Imagine what will be different if you can strike a conversation with a stranger and instantly become a good friend. And in today's video, I'm going to share the key principles that I personally use in this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book is also endorsed by Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is one of the world famous billionaire, and I personally like the way how he portrays himself, very humble, very sincere in the knowledge that he shared. Before I begin, I want to share with you is that when I was young, I don't really have a lot of friends. There's a lot of excuse that I give to myself that why that is happening. As I'm very introvert, that is one of my reasons. I really can't strike a conversation with other people. It doesn't feel natural to me. On top of that, after the end of the conversation, I felt very drained out, especially when I used to talk to strangers. I guess that also might be you. And the reason I share this story with you is that by having a very simple principle from this book, it changes the way how I think, and after that it changes the way how I act, and then it changes the results that I receive. So the results, the positive results of me changing myself, being more attuned to the way how I operate, and also getting new friends. How good would that be? And today I'm going to share that principle with you that you can apply to it and share on my personal take how I use it as well. The first principle is to remember people's name. How would you feel if you met with a stranger, 1 month after that you bump into him and he can call you by your name? That is the feelings that you're going to feel if you can remember people's name, especially the stranger's name. There's always a lot of excuse that you can give yourself. For example, I say, I am not good in name, how can I do that? Let me share with you when I started how I can recall name. To understand this thing, our mind store information mostly with pictures. The weirder the picture is the easiest for you to remember the name. So when you look at someone with a very difficult name, what you can do is that you can visually write their name on their forehead. Say the people is Z, you can write Z on the forehead so that the next time you look at Z, you can instantly recall the name is Z. So like for me, my name is Billy. So people like to associate me with Michael Jackson, the song Billie Jeans. If my hair look very outstanding for you, you can imagine Michael Jackson doing a moonwalk on my hair. And the next time when you look at me, you have this picture pop up on mind, and it's easier for you to relate Michael Jackson to my name. So this is the 2 techniques that you can use to remember name. Second principle is to give honest and sincere appreciation. The key word here is honest and sincere. How would you feel if someone appreciate you on the good job that you have done, and then they sincerely praise about some effort that they put in? Example, you put effort in doing your makeup, your hair, and someone said, yes, today you have very nice hair. You felt very good, right? So if you're giving a sincere and honest appreciation for someone, they are going to feel the same too. This is how I'm going to use it. Beginning of the conversation. For example, that day I just met up with one speaker that I hear him speaking on the stage. So that time he talked about something about AI that I really impressed. What I impressed in particular is the way conviction that he voiced out, and the very convincing way and the structured policies that he felt is the right thing to do. So when I approached him, I said that I really impressed with the way of your presentation because you have a very strong conviction in the things that you say. I felt there's a hope to have you as a leader in this area, and it can able to drive us moving forward. Yeah. So this is how I started. Appreciate very precise what I appreciated of, and be very sincere. That is the thing that I felt. I just sharing my feelings. It will go through my voice, it will go through my facial expression, my non-verbal hand gesture. It will go through that, and that person can feel it. Sincerity. And the second place that also can use it is also at the ending of a conversation. It's what I normally do, especially when conversation is a bit draggy and I wanted to end it because I probably want to talk to the other people. What I can usually do is that I will ask, before I go, I have this one last question that I want to ask you. So the person will reply on the question, and then I will end with my appreciation. Again, sincere appreciation. Yeah, I say, I appreciate you spending the time with me, giving me this insight that is going to help me to boost an idea for my next planning. And then I will just leave the thing. So here you can see that I can start with a good note or I can end with a good note. So the impression are more lasting in their mind, and it will make you have the good friend much more easier. The third principle is don't criticize, condemn or complain. Sounds very natural for you. You felt awkward, weird, disappointed, frustrated if someone condemned about your idea, complain about things that have not happened right in the world, and even criticize on things that you have said. You felt bad, right? Would you imagine the frustration and your energy level if you are exposed to this kind of friends that you have? Always criticize on things, condemn you, doing you, judge you. You also don't like that, right? So you can do this in reverse. And how I would wanted to do in my mind is that have this principle, but it's much more about the tactical way, how I do it. What I do is that before I say any sentence, I will pause check in me. Would this sentence or questions that I'm going to ask is something that is going to criticize that person? So if it is, I would think twice what I'm going to do. Sometimes what I choose is that I just pause and silent. You just say nothing, just listen, right? And after they are again ran out of gas, it will be okay that you don't have to say anything. You're just aware, understand, and internalize what is going through in your mind. Sometimes in a conversation, you might be attacked, be criticized, and what you want to do next is you want to retaliate back, to criticize back. But don't do that, because that argument will go nowhere and they probably have no winner out of it. You will end up with a loss situation. I also adopt the concept from non-violent communication by Marcia Rosenberg. She said about the 4 things: OFNR, observation, feelings, needs, and requests. So what you do is that when you are being attacked, you can say back much more about reflecting what you felt and what you've been observed, the facts. So you can say that I heard you saying this statement and it caused me feeling very frustrated. So because I need to have a peace of mind, I need to be understood, I need to be respected. So can I request you that the next time when you have this thing, we can properly talk it out and have a better communication so that we can deal with this rather than argue about it. Is it alright? You can use these techniques as well so that you will be sounding more wanted to solve the problem rather than to complain and to condemn other people about it. The last and very powerful principle is to be genuine interested in people. Let me share with you this story. When I do presentation, the earlier time I have this thing, I go into the stage, I have the thought in my mind. What is that? How's my presentation going to be? How's my content going to be received? How am I going to sound? All of these thoughts, intention that I have is about myself. I want to make sure that I can deliver. But now when I step on the stage, I will look at it. Alright, now I have a secondary school students. What they need to learn from me. What I can do to make sure that they are well received. So, and the purpose, intention are very clear, is to make them a better person. So you know what, when I step on the stage, whatever that I do, all my cells, my body are helping me to give whatever I need to give in order to making them a better person. And it come out very naturally. I felt very relaxed and I felt very calm, posed, and I believe that the audience also felt the same. The reason I tell you this is the same thing when you have a one-on-one conversation. When you are genuinely have a right intention, about what you're going to have the conversation for, it's going to fill out very calmlessly. Intention like curiosity, learning, connection, opportunity, giving values is always the right intention that you can have. When you walk up to people, you can say that I want to talk to this stranger. For example, the speakers that I mentioned to you, the reason I want to walk up is that I wanted to know about him more and see what are the things that he has in the mind. What makes him so successful? What makes him have this conviction that I've never seen in other leaders? I have this thing in my mind I just wanted to say. I just walk up and all the words just very naturally come out from my mouth, and I behaved really well. I felt very composed, very calm, very confident. If you're genuinely interested in people, you will listen more attentively. The questions that you ask are more purposeful, and that person can feel it. So by then you have this instant rapport click that you want, that people can be more friend with you. These are the 4 principles that I use in my conversation with people. I can felt that it makes me a better person, listen more attentively, and I felt also making this a better world because I'm respecting the other people that I talk to, making them feel very comfortable and easy to talk to me, and indirectly getting more friends that could help me in the way that I want, and also we can collaborate even better. Do drop your comment in the comment section telling me what are the principles that you're going to use today and why. Until next time, I want to wish you may the rest of your life be the best of your life. Bye bye.